In this video, we showcase 10 stunning places that, despite their beauty, suffer from the consequences of over-tourism. Our first destination is none other than Venice, Italy. Over 20 million visitors annually arrive in Venice, known as the city of romance and history. This wonderful, globally recognized location has been attracting visitors for centuries. However, mass tourism and the waves caused by large ships severely affect the city's foundations, leading to the sinking of famous buildings and rising water levels. The situation is worsened by increasing pollution in the canals and the decreasing local population, who flee from the high cost of living and the pressure caused by tourists. The case of Venice highlights the importance of finding a balance between preserving cultural heritage and natural beauty. When we pack for a new adventure, we often only see the wonderful memories and Instagram-worthy pictures ahead of us. But what happens when our thirst for adventure takes us too far? Is it possible that we are destroying the paradises we seek? Machu Picchu, Peru. The number of visitors exceeds 1.5 million annually. The increase in visitors to this UNESCO World Heritage Site has a profoundly negative impact on the archaeological site and the surrounding ecosystem. This ancient city, built by the Incas above the clouds, hidden among the mountains of Peru, attracts hundreds of thousands each year with its stunning views and historical significance. However, the increase in visitors threatens soil erosion, which can lead to damage to archaeological sites. The growth in tourism puts pressure on the environment and local infrastructure, while raising the question of how to preserve such valuable places for future generations. Barcelona, one of Europe's most popular destinations, welcomed more than 8 million visitors last year alone. The city faces the challenges of over-tourism. The renting of apartments for tourism purposes leads to rising rents, and the overload on infrastructure makes locals feel increasingly alien in their own city. The allure of Gaudi's stunning buildings and vibrant streets paradoxically endangers Barcelona's authentic cultural atmosphere. Maya Bay, Thailand. It has been temporarily closed, but before that, more than 5,000 visitors arrived daily. Maya Bay, made famous by Leonardo DiCaprio's movie The Beach, appears as a paradise, but in reality, it had to be temporarily closed due to the damage caused by hordes of visitors. The underwater world, once teeming with life, now suffers from the destruction of coral reefs and a decrease in biodiversity. Iceland's tourism has exploded over the past decade, welcoming more than 2 million tourists annually, which puts significant pressure on the country's environment and infrastructure. The number of visitors exceeds the country's population, presenting challenges in managing natural resources and developing sustainable tourism. Bali, Indonesia. Bali attracts more than 6 million international tourists annually, placing immense pressure on the island's environmental resources. Waste management problems and water pollution are major concerns. The local government has implemented measures, including restrictions on the use of plastic waste, to improve the island's environmental condition. Santorini, Greece. Santorini welcomes about 2 million tourists yearly. The excessive demand for water resources and waste management issues put pressure on the island's environmental balance. Local authorities have taken steps to manage the impacts of tourism, including limiting the number of visitors. Croatia, Dubrovnik, welcoming more than 1 million tourists annually, has introduced regulations to manage over-tourism, including restricting group visits and regulating ship docking. The goal is to preserve the city's historical heritage and improve the quality of life for local residents. Everest, Nepal, Tibet attracts thousands of climbers annually. In recent years, the crowding of climbers and the waste left behind pose serious problems. Nepali and Tibetan authorities have limited the number of permits for ascending the peak and introduced stricter waste management rules. Galapagos Islands, Ecuador, the Galapagos Islands, welcome more than 200,000 tourists annually. The government of Ecuador has introduced strict rules to limit tourism, including restricting the number of visitors and the time spent there, as well as measures against invasive species to protect the unique biodiversity of this remote archipelago. Unfortunately, it's not only the environment that suffers from the impact of the masses. The animal world also pays a price for tourism. Let's mention a few locations that may not be as well visited, yet still suffer significant damage from the masses of tourists arriving. One of them is the Komodo Island. Home to the world's largest lizards, the Komodo dragons, was temporarily closed to tourists in order to protect its unique wildlife and reduce the harmful impacts of human activities. Excessive visitation puts pressure on the natural environment, threatening local species and habitats. Our final destination is none other than perhaps the coldest point on Earth. The growth in tourism to Antarctica, while offering people a remarkable opportunity to explore one of Earth's last untouched wildernesses, raises concerns about environmental impacts. Cruise journeys and the presence of visitors pose a threat to the fragile Antarctic ecosystem, including water pollution, disturbance of wildlife, and the potential introduction of invasive species. These figures and measures highlight the challenges faced by the world's most popular tourist destinations due to over-tourism and its environmental and cultural impacts. The importance of sustainable tourism and conscious travel has never been more relevant than it is today. As we conclude our journey among the wondrous locations threatened by over-tourism, it's vital to remember that each of our trips leaves a mark. Responsible tourism is not just a choice, it's our obligation to future generations to preserve the Earth's natural beauty and cultural heritage. Please be mindful, travelers, and share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to check out our other videos about sustainable tourism and how we can do more for our planet while exploring its wonders. Together we can make a difference. Thank you for joining us.